guys?
We're out here cleaning up, squeezing all them soft on where the fishermen are still at home.
That is so true, Dave. That is so true.
Southwest Cape, southern Tasmania. Skipper Pete, aka the Mad Genius, has been hunting for lobsters for more than 40 years. He knows the coastline like the back of his hand.
Just come up around the Southwest Cape here. We're going up to a spot up here for our first shot. Got the fingers crossed, hoping to get a few. Conditions about 20 knots, bit joggly, but we will put up with it. And Matt's down the deck, they're getting ready.
Ready to go as soon as you are.
I'm always ready, mate, I'm always ready.
There goes the first pot of the season.
With the bait in the pot, the oil seeps from the bait and goes through the water column and attracts the lobster. They pick it up through sensors on the front of them and quickly move towards the pot if they're hungry. All smooth for you? All
so
good?
far, it's all good. Drop it out a bit further.
Just making sure the crew's not getting frustrated back there, everything's running smoothly.
You'll know about it if I am.
Pete's relied on his experience and canny instincts to work out where the lobsters are running and where to drop his pots.
Yeah, this is the new mapping system. Map out about 150 metres either side of us. Matthew loads the pot to a half position. I shoot over where I want, so. Making it more efficient in the fact that you can shoot your pots in quicker. You're not zigzagging, looking at the bottom, you know exactly where it is.
The plotter maps the ocean floor and builds a detailed 3D topographical picture of the area. The sandy banks, the deep reef holes and the rocks.
It's just like playing a computer game where I don't look where I'm going. I can actually see on the screens where my pots were just shot. I like it. Another toy.
With strong winds and big swell forecast, Pete has decided to fish further offshore.
This shot I'm going for brindles because just too much roll on and the redfish won't run, so just a little bit deeper water.
This is the last one. So we knock off for a bit and then we'll go back and find out where we caught anything.
Pete's angling for 1,000 lobsters for the trip. He'll need to average about 125 fish per day. It's an ambitious target.
Being a good fisherman is 25% knowledge and 75% effort.
Yeah, shoot it.
The Friars, southern Tasmania. And Team Bold Contender is pulling their night shot.
Pretty dark and gloomy here this morning. I reckon the wind will freshen down from the northwest and then it goes westerly late this afternoon or evening, up to 40 knot.
That 40 knot blow will bring with it big seas and danger. The Tasman Sea is littered with smashed up boats, once skippered by crews who got it wrong.
Feels like they're teasing me, Dave.
Yep, they're doing something. Sometimes, just before the swell gets really big, the brindle lobsters will have a run and you will have a good catch, but not all the time.
I think they're going to be all right.
Not what we want them to do, though.
They'll need Tabor's ledge to come good again.
Oh, well done, Tabes. That one can be all yours, mate.
That's a good one. I think we want a few of those. That's what we need, some of them.
Those black tubs are bursting with brindles.
Moneyfish, what it is.
Where Tabor caught that jockey yesterday afternoon, that was our best pot so far this morning. A few fours, a couple of fives. Yeah, that paid off that bit. We just got to find a few more spots like that. 7 out of that one. Got to be happy with that.
Hey!
If a pot falls overboard, there's normally no way to recover it.
That wasn't my fault, mate. Wasn't my fault. You hanged it over the side too far.
Blame the deckhand. You got to blame someone. He's the only other person on the boat. Can't blame the bloody birds. It's not a sackable offence if you lose one over the side. The pot, the buoys and the rope, you're looking at it over $400.
Losing one so early is a disaster. It reduces the overall size of Squizzy's potential haul, and that can add up to thousands of dollars over the course of the winter season.
Oh, mate.
Stanley, northwest Tasmania. Steve Hersey's the newcomer to the fleet, and this is his boat, the Ella Rose. At 27 years old, Steve's one of the youngest in the game. His Labrador, Gus, travels with him on every trip.
Gus goes everywhere I go. He's like my son. He's the smartest dog in the world, and he could probably actually drive the boat if I wasn't there, so he's an absolute machine, really.
Steve comes from a fishing dynasty. Hersey's seafood business is a third-generation family outfit with 5 boats, a lobster processing facility, and a sea-to-plate restaurant popular with tourists.
We've got the big crayfish on the roof. You can't miss it. People can come into our restaurant and they can basically pick a lobster for themselves, take it upstairs, and the next minute it's on your plate, cooked and ready to go. Yeah, we're under the restaurant right now, and we catch all our own and supply all our own fish, so it's all sustainable fishing. So as you can see, this is the average size that we get here, around that 1.5, 1+ kilos, you know, for this time of the year. So yeah, so obviously we don't get the quantity up here, but we just get the size. We're actually down to our last few, so it's imperative for the operation that we go out there and we catch some fish, bring them in so the boys can process them, get some crayfish on people's plate.
It's Steve's job to keep the restaurant stocked with big reds. But there's a problem. The engine on his boat is under repair. It's been out of action for close to 2 weeks now.
We've just got a head gasket kit, new O-rings, and yeah, we're gonna try and get this head back on.
For the refurbished head, it didn't cost us nothing because my pop is a master hoarder of things, and my brother-in-law was the diesel mechanic, so that cost me a bottle of Jack Daniels.
The repair has come cheap, but in the lobster game, time is money.
Can't really afford to spend another couple of weeks in port. It's not very profitable. Fingers crossed, Benny.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
With only a few days of stock left in the restaurant, it's going to be a race against the clock. Back on Anson's Bay, it's all heave-ho over the side. The camera crew has been hit with a serious bout of seasickness. It's all due to the choppy, chaotic swell.
Yeah, so the weather's pretty like, the boat's just moving all the time. We're throwing water everywhere, so I'm not surprised the boys are sick, really. I'm glad that's not me. When it hits you, and you can't do nothing about it.
The camera crew and the Kaikoura aren't faring too well either.
You know, some people can get over the seasickness in a day. Some people never ever get over it. And with the old sea legs, well, sometimes depends on your top weight, I think, whether you got your sea legs or not. But how's the old cameraman go?
He's made outside for us.
They must be made out of the same stuff, but this one's only been out once. I did feel a bit sorry for him.
Why are you smirking?
Seasickness is one thing.
When you get up in the morning, it's still dark, it's raining. It's nice to be able to go into the toilet and have a nice peaceful.
A broken toilet? That's a downright disaster.
Can you throw me that bit?
You should be able to see it there.
I was at it there.
That black bit?
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to work out how this works. Jake done it all yesterday, so I'll give him the job because he used to be a plumber. And I thought, well, plumbers do the houses, so...
Jake's refusing to get his hands dirty. Glenn's got the rough end of the stick.
This toilet's got a macerator on it which breaks it down like the... got a real little pipe to go through, so hopefully she goes. Fingers